And welcome back to Game 2 of the Sunday Tournament on Random Sports Media BBL One-on-One Team Series. Thanks for tuning in as Will faces off Shreyas. This is the second semifinal game. The winner of this will move on to play Julia in the other semifinals. And Will with the one-handed dive and catch. What a play! What a play! Wow. Never seen anything like that in all the years of the backyard. Except for Tyler's diving down the hill catch. And Will stop it from going in the garden. Throw it over to underneath the deck as Shreyas will run and take second base. And he'll stop there for a double. Man on second, one out for Shreyas in the top of the first. As Will faces off Shreyas. And if we were to look at this from a seeded standpoint, Will would have the number 2 seed, and Shreyas would probably have the number 5. Nothing between lack of athleticism, just experience of baseball in backyard in general. There's Shreyas. He gets a grounder to Will, who will beat him to first by a step. Good hustle by Will, and less hustle for Shreyas, trying to maneuver his body as fast as he can to get to first base before Will step on base. And here's Shreyas. Let's see if he can hit a ball pretty far. He will swing and miss. And Will, thinking he will come out with a W in this game, as Shreyas goes to first. And that one will be counted as a single. And here is Shreyas, once again, batting for his own team. That's a swing and a miss. That is a weak ground ball. That's hit to Will. The call is safe. But wait, what does the real umpire say? He called him out. Out by a millisecond. As Will dives to make the effort to get Shreyas out at first. What an effort put in by Will. Wow. And that will be the third out of the inning. As Will go all the way to his batting area. And here's Will, now batting at the red pot instead of the tree this game. And he hits a deep fly ball going way back at the wall. It'll bounce right in front and not go over the fence. And Shreyas will pick it up and attempt to tag Will, moving on to second. And Will will retreat back to first. And Will will just jack Shreyas in the middle of the baseline. Oh. Jeez. And here's Will now making his way to home plate. And now just a schedule update of what we're looking at later. The winner of this will move on to play Julia in the semifinals. And Lucas will play Chris. No. Yes, Lucas will move on to play Chris. And this just in, we now just got a schedule update of what we're looking on later. And Julia now is in. Is Will hits a high drive going way back at the wall and hit the top of the fence. And go foul. No home run for Will. And Julia now has just had what I believe is stomach injury. As she went inside, she tripped over a chair and fell. She will be all right. But right now she is getting treated. So Lucas will take over for Julia and will play the winner of this in the finals. Chris also just decided to be cameraman because he had just had a baseball practice earlier too. and his apparently turned out to be a doubleheader of a scrimmage, so he will not be playing at all. And I'm surprised that Will has not hit home run or anything else yet. Let's see what he can do now. As Will stands at the plate, cupping the ball in between his hands. As he throws it up, takes a hard swing. That's a line drive. That will hit the fence. Shreyas will pick it up. He'll run to first. He's out. As Will attempts to knock Shreyas over. And my cough now is still sticking through me. 3 days later. Oh. Or actually 1 day later. This tournament just happened yesterday on Sunday. Today is Monday, August the 15th. And we are in Random Sports Media Baseball. This is the BBL section, one-on-one tournaments. There's Will walking over to his magical spot of goodness. And he hits a bomb with a wood bat that will hit third base as the wind will push it in. And one of the most odd moments that's ever happened in the BBL occurred in Game 1 of the BBL Team Series. Lucas hit a ball that looked like it was going foul to the third base side, and the wind blew it so much over that it curved and went foul on the right field side, all the way at the fence. So it would have been a home run if the wind would have stopped a little bit shorter. And it totally moved the ball all the way over. It hit the neighbor's house about halfway up. It was going to be a bomb. But instead, it just jacked the fence. And Will hits a bomb going all the way back at the wall. And Shreyas will pick it up and get him at first for the second out of the inning. And Shreyas played pretty good as the underdog here in this game. Nobody was really expecting much of him this game. But with the 0-0 score, Shreyas could come up big in this game. So let's watch what happens as Will takes the plate. All the way back there, now with his left foot on the tree. And right foot back behind. As Will hits a bomb, going way back. And it'll go down in foul territory. And Will now is not playing baseball anymore, nor football, but he is switching to lacrosse. Going to lacrosse is Will. I think that Will will be very successful in lacrosse with all of his baseball experiences and football. The combination of baseball and football pretty much equals lacrosse. With the stick instead of a bat and trucking people, even though lacrosse is pretty much a mix of soccer, hockey, and football mixed. But I'd still say that Will's going to be pretty successful. And we zoom into bird poop, which nobody wants to see. And Shreyas now is a pretty successful golfer, from what I've heard on his past encounters with the sport. I'd like to see him play one day. Maybe we can get that on camera. I can show you guys. As Will strolls back, going back to the tree, into his special hitting area. And who do you think is most successful to win the BBL Championships of August? That tournament will be appearing soonly. I think I'll start it maybe August 21st. Sounds like a good day. Hopefully that's on a weekend. And that just turns out to be this Sunday, I believe. We'll start it next Monday. We'll put up a huge bracket going throughout the week. Anybody who has ever played in any BBL game this week will be invited to play in the BBL Team Series. Championships for August. We'll do a one-on-one championships, not BBL Team Series championships. Actually, we might do that too. Let us know down below if you think we should do a BBL Team Series championships for August. Or just wait and do one at the end of the year, this year. And this BBL Team Series now started just as school started with us. Only one game being played in the summer. About a week before school started, which was Game 1. Then we picked up Game 2 on the first day and started playing ever since. But my internet has been out for about the past week, so I've not been able to upload anything yet. But now just figuring out how to get hotspots from iPads into the solution. So maybe we'll be successful using those. And we'll pick it up and tag Shreyas out first. Not much action at all in this game. But should you expect much if you're watching Shreyas play against Will on a hot Sunday evening? Shreyas in sweatpants and Will in sweatpants? Not much to be expected. Not much at all. Shreyas will toss one up, hit it. It's a line drive to Will, who will get the out at 1. And throw it back over to Shreyas. There's Will. Now, not gesturing me in a nice way. As Shreyas takes a wild hack and misses. And there's Shreyas who hits an automatic single, we will call it. Will trying to call one off, but he has called it after time has been called. Therefore, we cannot give him the automatic single. Called off. So we give Shreyas the automatic single. Very confusing on what I just said, but you'll get it. And Shreyas tosses the ball up. And swings, and he misses. He tosses it up again, swings and he hits one. Whirling over to the garden is the ball. And we will call that one a foul ball. And now you are staring at a great shot of the floor. Or the ground, as most people call it, but the floor. Here's Shreyas. Tosses it up, swings, and hits one. Foul. Here's Shreyas, who hits one. That's a fair ball. Will trying to tag him. He did not get him. Both umpires call him safe, as Will tries to explain how he tagged him. But nobody going with Will's call. Shreyas will go in there safely. Let's watch the instant replay. And of course, Will tags him there. But the call will stand after the review, and Shreyas is safe. But Chris thinks that we need one more look at it. And Chris will overturn the call. Shreyas is out. Will with the nice diving tag. That's his third one of the game that he had to dive and make it out for. And here's Will not saying a nice comment to Shreyas as he reels back and jacks one all the way up to center field. That's a walk-off home run to end the game. Will hits a bomb. And that's it. That's the game. Will move on to play me in the finals. Thank you so much for tuning in on Random Sports Media. I hope to see you next time on Random Sports Media with the BBL 101 series. Bye.